Hi everyone. So for today we have an amazing lineup of great talks and workshops, and just let's hear it out from our EMPC service line leader Sunit Parekh. Sunit has expertise in continuous delivery with multiple projects, agile development, and extensive experience as technical lead in executing projects in domains such as media, healthcare, finance, retail, and trading. So let's hear it out all about the infrastructure universe from Sunit. Over to you, Sunit.
Thank you. You all are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you and welcome everyone to the Infraverse. This is our ThoughtWorks, our attempt towards all the DevOps engineer, platform engineers, and cloud engineers to come together and learn, share, talk about their experiences, best practices, and grow together. So we have started this. This is the first edition of Infraverse, and you will see more as we go towards this journey. So the idea behind Infraverse started last year, where we started talking, okay, how and what we can share with the community, what we can learn from the community, and grow together in this whole new domain of infrastructure, where we talk about DevOps practices, talk about platform engineering, and also all about cloud. And as we all can say that cloud is trending, and there are a lot of new stuff coming every day in the cloud platforms, right? So a lot of to cover in the landscape, lot to learn from each other. And that's where the idea started with the Infraverse. We are like to have this twice a year, and this will be mostly a tech talks plus workshops. So it is a combination of both, where we'll have the talks as well as we'll have some workshops where you can do some hands-on, see the live demos, and you can also practice them. That's the idea. Who all can come and attend this? Everyone, starting from developers to infra specialists to cloud engineers to DevOps engineers. You all can collaborate, share our learnings, best practices here, learn from each other, and reimagine the future of what we can do with the infrastructure and cloud, right? We have a packed agenda today. Overall, we are starting at 10, going up to 6 o'clock in the evening. Before lunch, we have the talks lined up. Post lunch, we are dividing into two streams. One where we continue the talks, and second where we continue with the workshops. I'll just pause here for a couple of seconds so you can see the schedule. Okay. I want to start with one leading question here. Who is our customer? Who is customer for DevOps engineer? Who is customer for cloud engineer? Who is customer for platform engineer? Right? Think about it. I think you guessed it right. The customer for us, the infra specialist people, is developers and product teams, right? Or development teams. They are the one for whom we build infrastructure, provide that services. However, I have one sad part, that how their experience looks like today, what they are going through today in their today's world of experience, when they have to deal with or ask for infrastructure, right? The first is that they have to raise ticket for everything that is needed for their day-to-day job. So we have created a ticketing system for them. Raise ticket, wait for somebody to pick up the ticket. Then there is a back and forth, and then they'll start working, and then it will get done, right? Which is not too good. Imagine if AWS has thought of providing infrastructure with the ticketed system. How you would find it? Okay, raising a ticket, then waiting for somebody pick it up, and then we'll get the infrastructure. Sounds not good, right? So their experience with the ticketed system is not that great. Second, they are dependent on too many people, dependent on getting some project to be created, dependent on getting some infrastructure to be provisioned, dependent on getting some logs from some production, from some debugging and analysis. This is like not in the ideal situation for them, right? Again, the tooling is not up to the mark. They are either not having the right tool or struggling with the access privileges. They have to raise ticket even to get some access to some new joining. Onboarding time is large for many large enterprises as well. And the last is inefficient hardware, lack of local dev environment. Moving to microservices and all that has created more challenges for them, that they cannot run most of the services locally. They have to rely on the environments. Multiple developers are waiting for the environment for their turn. All of this is the struggle that they see in their day-to-day work. Is it ideal? Not sure, right? It's not very good for developer. It's not a great experience for them. And they are going through many types of different frictions in their day-to-day job. Delivery frictions. It's all about waiting for infrastructure and tools and deployment. Sometimes we have lack of CI/CD infrastructure, and because of that, they have to wait for their builds to happen for hours. Then access friction. Sometimes they don't have access to see logs, but they are responsible for debugging bugs and issues in production. Cognitive friction, where they have to look at many areas. It's kind of a knowledge cognitive load also, right? Starting from front end, back end, to database, to infrastructure. And the landscape is increasing day by day for them. So it's very important that we recognize all of this. As a community, we have to think about our customer. That's very important. So what effective means for them, right? As a developer, I would like to maximize my time in developing the features that are related to customer value, delivering customer value. Should be able to focus my energy and innovation towards companies' goals and objectives. And should be able to get whatever I need very quickly in today's world. That's what effective means for them. And we as a community can help to achieve that by building a platform that reduces the friction by hiding complexity that is non-essential to the business value. In today's world, our teams are spending more than 50% of the time in supporting infrastructure, build, CI/CD, environment, and all the cross-cutting requirements, right? And they're focused less on the delivering customer-facing features, customer value. If we build the infrastructure for our product teams, development teams, like platform, then it reduces their effort towards all this non-functional or cross-functional features. If we take this further to build a self-service platform for them, then their effort towards all this reduces drastically. Now imagine again, I gave the example of AWS. If AWS would have been doing ticketed system, it would have not scaled growth the way, and we have not adopted it the way we are adopting today, right? We hardly ever talk to anyone in AWS to do whatever we want. Can we have this similar experience, similar capability for developers? So what developer needs is the frictionless experience for them. If they want to start a project, they want to start a microservice, they should be able to do it without talking to anyone, without raising a ticket. And that's the dream that we all should see for them. Now, to build this, we are calling this as an engineering platform. It's a technical product for our customer. Again, I'm repeating customer a lot because that's what I want you all to take away today. That for our customer, that helps them to build customer facing features and go to market faster. That's the objective or dream of this engineering platform. Now, what are the different components of this engineering platform? First, we provide them delivery infrastructure hub, which is self-service. Now, AWS, GCP, Azure already provides one layer of on-demand elastic self-service infrastructure for us. How we can build a one level higher infrastructure for our developers, our development teams, with all the compliance, security requirements baked into it, which is standardized for our organization. So on-demand higher order infrastructure. We deliver this with the automation using infra as code practices, creating infra provisioning pipelines, create paved path to production. Once they have built the software, they should be able to just deploy in all the environments down up to production. And once we are into production, ability to monitor and observe the system. All of this again as a self-service. Developers or the development team or the product team should be able to get all of this on demand. That's your delivery infra hub. Once we build our software in organization, there are many systems that exist and we have to connect with each other. That's where the second component of the engineering platform is Service Hub. The development team should be able to discover and publish their API events, provide SDKs for other to integrate all that stuff on demand. We never talk to Google for integrating Google Map in our services, right? Can we have that within the ecosystem of our own? After all of this, we need to create the ecosystem of learning, sharing across teams. So create a platform where people can or others can publish their best practices, guides, recipes, tutorials, and create some onboarding learning paths for the new joiners. Make life of everyone easy. Make life of the new joinee easy into the organization. These are the three core building blocks. On top of this, we need good governance for bringing standardization, as well as we need to allow innovation and experiment also. So having real-time dashboards, which brings insights into 4 key metrics: SLI, SLOs, cloud cost, team productivity, all of that available to everyone by default. And when we achieve all of this, the last bit, which is important, bringing the best experience for our customers. So it's like a user experience for our development team. Let's not forget that. The ecosystem is so fragmented. Go to this tool for your CI/CD. Go to that tool for your logs observability. Go to this place for your team structure. They have looking into 20 different systems to do their job. Can we bring them into one single pane of glass, a self-service portal, which will lead and provide them elevated experience? So that's the whole premises of building engineering platform. This is also known as internal developer platform, infrastructure platform. There are many names in the industry. This is referred to. So we have to focus on building this for our customer, that is development teams and product teams. And that should be our goal. Now, when we build this, we need to apply product development principles similar to what we do when we build any applications for the end users or consumers, right? We build this for our customer. We build this for developer. Developer should be happy using this. It should be easy for them. We follow the thin slice again here. We build one part, roll it out, get the feedback, learn from it, keep doing that. We need to have long-term product teams rather than project teams. Like somebody is looking after the whole infrastructure provisioning, somebody looking after the whole pipeline provisioning, somebody looking after the observability, like that. And they're constantly evolving and bringing new features to our customer. The most important, low friction for adoption. I think I always keep giving the example of AWS GCPs, right? There is zero friction for adoption. You go and learn. They are providing freebies to start with. And measure the adoption, measure what matters, measure the metrics that helps our customer satisfaction, right? So think and apply all the product principles when you are building this engineering platform for your organization, for your team. Again, I'll close this keynote quickly with bringing frictionless developer experience makes the development team more effective, which is eventually more motivated and more productive. So the objective or the theme that I want to drive is build frictionless developer experience for our customer. I'll close this keynote with that message. Again, I'll put the event schedule in front of your eyes so that you can see what's coming up. There are many sessions today related to this, like self-service infrastructure provisioning, infrastructure as code to drive that, cloud migrations, error handling, which is more around how to bring observability also, right? So all the best for a lot of new learnings in today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunit, for such insightful starting note. Moving on to our first session.